I'm going to share my screen here real quick while we're still getting the hard copies for you. So what we wanted to do is, we've heard loud and clear from previous board meetings that we want to be data-based relative to your priorities and goals, right? And the department does have access to quite a bit of data, and we want to make sure that we're as efficient as we can be, bringing that to you in a way that's meaningful to you, usable to you, so we aren't recreating wheels if we don't need to. So what we've been doing is just pulling together some of the data sources that we have that we think really align with the priority areas and the goals that you have. And so Janelle's going to take a couple minutes to walk you through how the spreadsheet is set up. We'll get the hard copies in front of you. I'm also projecting it up on the screen so you can see it as Janelle's walking us through it. Then it seemed to make the best sense to just give you a few minutes to dig into what's there a little bit. Then we've got our team here that can answer any particulars that you have about what's there. And then we can go from there. Does that sound like an okay plan?
Yep.
You bet. Awesome. Thank you.
Hopefully the hard copies will be coming soon, but if you look at Brad's screen, in the light blue bar that kind of goes across a row. So the first one, ensuring equity in education, are the priorities that you have. And then each row underneath that has the different goals that you set under that priority. And so if you keep scrolling down, you can see it keeps going for a while to get through all of the priorities and goals. So that's in column B. In the next column, we noted what measures we currently have to measure these things, or what things we would suggest or that we use to measure these goals or these concepts. So you can look through those. Column D has the data source, so where we would gather that data from, or where we do gather that data from. So that's different data collections we have, or different ways that we gather and analyze data. In column E, if possible, we noted what the current data say at the state level. So I can look at one of them that I did because I'm more familiar with it. So under the priority of eliminating achievement and opportunity gaps, we have a goal here that all learners will meet or exceed literacy and math benchmarks. And for literacy this fall, 58% of students were meeting or exceeding literacy or math. Actually, this is literacy benchmarks. So column E is our state level data, as much as we had. You'll see a few of them, we don't have state level data entered in yet. Some of the ways that we would suggest measuring might require different, we just need feedback from you on how we might collect that data and what the current data look like. My internet went out. I don't know if everyone else
Mine did too.
Me too.
Uh-oh, you've been hacked.
That's why we need paper.
Copies, right?
Might make it printer.
Are we really at DMAC?
Keep going.
David, is the Zoom still working?
Yeah, we're working on this end.
Okay.
Okay, keep going. In the final column, in column F, we noted when each year the new data are available, because we think one thing you might want to do is we might want to come to you each year at certain times of year and track progress on these goals and how we're doing on them. So this would just kind of give us an indication of when we have the new data available. We can all look at together. So I think the hard copies are being passed around to all of you. So take a few minutes to look at these, and then, like Brad said, we can answer any questions that you have, and we can start small group discussion.
And I know this is kind of a lot, so if you want a few minutes just to look at it, but then it also, as you break down into your groups, that will give you, the intention is to give you time to get more into the weeds of this and start having conversations versus all of you trying to go through all of them. But we also want to make sure everybody knows everything that's available, because it is substantial. And I think having this information will help guide the work going forward.
So just to be clear, column, this doesn't have the letter, but it says, the one you were just talking about, B2, literacy.
Mhm.
So we have the goal, then the measure is I think it was column C, it's the percent of people, and that's the measure, and where that comes from is the next column.
Right,
And then where it was in the fall of 2020 is 58.
right.
I
You got
understand.
it. Yep.
The other piece we have to help facilitate the small group work is we can break you out into different spaces. We can use this room, my office, the ICN room, Shan's office. So I'm not sure how you want to break down your groups. I know some of you are identified or connected more with specific goals, but we also want to make sure everybody has a working group to partner with. So whether you break up into groups of 3, you find the people that you know are part of your priority group. I'll leave that kind of up to either the staff or the board on how you want to divide up. But you have a substantial amount of time to really get in your group and work through what goal priority areas you want to work on versus all of you working on all of them. So I don't know who had the list.
Point. That makes sense. That's
Yeah,
the way to
like-
do it. But at some point, would we all have input into the other areas as well?
Yeah, what we'd like to do then is after you do this, I'll come back and
Yeah,
share,
okay.
so you all hear.
Okay.
So come back as a large group, share that information, what you've kind of come up with, and we can set maybe some time. We have until 5, right?
Yeah.
So let's break down how much time you want to work in your groups, how much time you want to have a report back so you can all hear. And then this doesn't have to be sort of a final action item today, but this was the time we wanted to
Yeah.
really work through it. And then even at our next meeting, we could do the final action on, how to run we can come back to it again after you have some time to think about it. So that's really up to you guys how you want to maximize your time.
So I think that typically we kind of revisit who wants to be on which priority, I think around this time of year, every year. So I don't have the list in front of me. I know that I think Jody sends it out usually.
It's in A, tab A.
Oh, tab A.
Or, well, not the list, sorry.
Just a list of
just the
who's,
priorities.
oh yeah, like who's on each one and I,
Do you want me to see if I get it?
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
yeah, but I mean, and we're not married to that. So if people want to change, that's totally fine. But just for purposes of the small group, I think we usually try to have like 2 or 3 people on each one.
But there's only 9 of us. and
Yeah, I thought since there's 9.
There's 9 of us and 5.
Yeah, and usually people serve on, usually people are on 2 different ones.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know, Brooke, if you guys established with new members.
I don't know how you do that.
Oh, okay. So maybe we haven't done it yet.
I think with new members coming on. we haven't done that.
Okay. So I guess this is a good time to do it then.
Yeah.
All right. So
Betty and I will do the 4th one.
All righty then.
yeah, okay.
Can I join that one?
I'd like to do the work.
Okay.
Okay, well.
We have paper up there. Someone want to grab a marker? and-
I'm like, I can't keep all this straight. I'm like, people are saying, I'm like, ah.
You're a board member.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so we have, okay, so who's on A? Ensuring equity in education.
I'll participate on that one.
Okay,
I need somebody else with me.
I'll participate in that one too.
okay.
And I might bow to the other one because Georgia really wants to be on that one.
Okay.
And we need to maybe get her on the community college council.
I think that's a good idea.
Aren't we missing a member on the community college?
Because Josh was on it.
Yeah.
I think I replaced Josh, didn't I?
Oh, you did, Brooke. Sorry.
Right.
That's right.
You can be on instead. No, I mean, it makes sense.
You can be on it.
Yeah. So we can talk about that later.
Three-
Do we need
only
4?
3 board members on it.
Right.
So it's us 3 right now.
Yeah. Never mind.
Unless you want.
If Georgia wants to serve on, it, we can,
Okay.
I'm the chair, so I can appoint people. I can appoint
You
myself.
haven't had a chance to say, yeah, I want to or no. Hey. They're deciding this for you.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we'll discuss this over dinner.
Okay, Brooke.
Oh, eliminating achievement gaps. Okay, so I'll do eliminating achievement gaps.
I can work on that one as well.
All right, awesome. John, Okay, and then improving teacher leadership. Oh, sorry, do you, okay. good.
Teacher and leader.
Leah,
I'll do that again.
okay, Mike May? Do we have another volunteer for that one? We probably need another person on that one, I would think.
I'll do it.
All right, Brian, thank you. I feel like I'm at an auction.
So do I, and I don't have a lot of money.
All right, so we want, so Georgia, you said you want to be on D, and Mike Nedler, okay.
Could I be on that one as well?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Hannah.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
don't know how many you can have on each.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 is fine, and then just people have to know that they have to serve on
Two.
2,
Okay.
yeah. Your handwriting is so nice, mine's
Yeah, you.
terrible. I
And it's very
I can actually read that. I know, it's very, like, mine would be also.
Oh, mine would be.
Read that.
Downhill.
Creating a safe and locally learning environment. I know, Mike, you were on that before. Do you want to be on that again, or do you want someone else to do that?
Yeah, the last one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Hannah wants to be on that one?
Sure.
Mike,
Join my.
okay. So Hannah, Mike May, Mike Nadler, and Hannah. Mike and Hannah. That's all?
So I need another one.
I'm on the learners for tomorrow's workforce.
Oh, yeah, she's right there. Yeah, okay. Do we have everybody?
I'm only on one so far.
Oh,
That's all right.
Studies on-
I'll go on that.
You got five
Thanks for
up there,
pointing
right?
that out.
you have 6. What's
Yeah, I just
the,
got recruited.
are we missing one?
I know I am.
Oh, okay, I was.
We have
Okay, okay. So I guess 3 people can serve on each one, if you want. If not, it doesn't matter. So I guess you can serve on, so Mike, is there?
I'm the only one, so put me on B also, I
No,
guess.
I'm not.
No.
Not two.
Okay, so I guess it's just,
I'm on one as well.
It's all right. I don't think we have to be on 2. I mean, as long as we've got at least 2 members on
Yeah,
each one.
I have a procedural question. So that's when we break out into our groups.
What do we
have
do?
any latitude or suggestions as far as changes to any of the?
You do whatever you want.
yeah.
Then the second question, then are we going to also maybe discuss potential other goals?
Yes,
Yeah,
I think that's the
You
idea.
need to.
So maybe, do you want to break this down like 2 chunks at a time? Or in multiple groups, like spend
Mhm.
30 minutes on one, 30 minutes on another, and then come back to the group, because we have until 5.
Mhm.
Does that
So I'm
sound
sorry, can
good?
you repeat that?
Well, you're in different groups.
Yeah,
So 30 minutes to work with your
Oh,
first
I see, I
group,
gotcha,
30
okay.
minutes to work with your second group.
Okay.
And if you're not in a second one, keep working with your first one. I mean, I think we have to find a way to facilitate time, because that
Yeah,
was kind of,
okay.
kind of,
Might not be, might not work.
No, it might not work.
2 meetings at the same time.
yeah.
Right.
So that's a problem. But
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta work it
Well,
right.
we just do the best we can. I mean.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
just
during
think
this,
we've
we just
gotta-
have one person go, if you just might have to pick one. And then just go that one.
dig in, we'll figure it out.
And then, maybe we should reconvene after 30 minutes, because we might say, come back and say, okay, we want to eliminate this, or we want to change this one or something like that. And then I feel like maybe we can have a, discussion about that, and then maybe, I don't know.
I wonder if we should take some time, John suggested something seems obvious, and that is, are there other goals that you'd like to?
Yeah, so I think that that's something we definitely, yeah.
Divide up into a group, maybe we ought to try to figure.
Or
out-
some that maybe we should take off and like, yeah, or some that, yeah.
So actually, I would do the reverse of that, because we already have all this information in front of us, and you might have a conversation, realize this isn't taking us where we want to go. And then you scratch that one off, or you change it. But I think if we tried to come up with something new before we had this conversation, I don't think we'd get as far. If that's fair.
So maybe we should go talk for 30 minutes, and then we can come back and then figure out if we think we've achieved something, or, if we think we're time to move on to something else, or if we want to add something else or modify it. And then I guess we can go back into small groups if we decide to modify all of them or change them.
Figure
And
out.
then we've got DE members here. Do you want at least one DE member to?
Yes.
Yeah, on each, yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
So should we go to different places? Should we,
While you're writing, do you want to put room assignments on those?
okay, yeah.
Tell me what the one.
Yeah, what are the rooms?
So we've got state board. Ann's office, ICN, Dushan's office, and right down here is 2 Southwest.
There's 2 what?
It's a
Southwest
conference
conference.
room.
Oh, okay. Okay, so just so state board, Ann's office, ICN, Shan's office, to Southwest.
So what we will do is, I wanted to confirm with Thomas quick, since we will no longer be in a quorum, you'll be working in small groups, we will cease the recording until we reconvene as a large group. So basically you have an hour, 2 shifts, 30 minutes each. We'll be back here, back on recording at 4:30. That gives us 30 minutes till the end of the day to kind of close up, knowing that we don't have to finish everything today. But we want to make sure you have time to really get some conversations and identify next steps.
It's on tomorrow morning's agenda.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
have-
yes, you're right. Sorry. Yes,
We have an hour for tomorrow morning.
yes.
I think we'll
Is
need
that
it.
everybody comfortable with that? Okay.
So good. All right, so Kim's writing down
Well,
the.
but if you break up, if you go to 5 groups now and then you come back, break out to.
No, they,
I think
they get
we're
2
just gonna-
sessions.
Yeah.
First 30.
Yeah, but you know what, you're not.
Oh, I don't know.
So if you do, but if you go to 5 now and you come back, you're gonna go back to the same 5 again?
Yeah, like my sophomore American history.
No, I think you should,
Right.
because almost everybody's on that control.
That's what I'm saying.
Find the group you're in. Go try and join and see what happens. David, we're adjourning.